we're just gonna roll now so that we're ready.
And then just whatever.
And just talk whenever we
feel like,
okay,
I
you gotta move.
I
your
know.
leg
That's
over.
why I don't know.
Okay,
if I can...
there's plenty of room here, pal.
And there's plenty. You're taking up 3/4 of it.
Oh god, Wonder Woman. Okay, so we saw Wonder Woman yesterday in IMAX 3D, and let me just say right off the bat, not knocking Wonder Woman. I think this goes right across the board. I hate 3D. Like It
is really getting annoying. Like
it's really bad.
I don't understand why we have. I don't know. I'm about done seeing it in 3D.
Every time I take off my glasses throughout the movie just to see what it looks like without the 3D, it looks so much brighter and like I don't know, it just really blurs the image. It like you literally have to be sitting perfect, like straight forward like this. If you're like heads tilted or anything, like
it gets
it'll blurry
fuzzy around
and
the edges.
yeah, and I hate that.
It's really getting annoying.
Yeah, it is really annoying. So that nothing against Wonder Woman. That just goes against movies in general. Like I'm so done with 3D, and every time I go to the IMAX, everything's in 3D, and I'm
but
so
they
done
don't
with
use it anymore. Like nobody uses. There's
Yeah,
no
it's just
effect to add anything to it, so it doesn't matter.
It's just like, oh, let's just tack on $2 extra.
Whatever. I don't. Yeah, that's so stupid.
All right, so let's get down to the movie. Nolan, why don't you go first? What'd you think of it?
I actually, when I left, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really good, and I was like you. I think we talked about it before. I was sitting at like a 4 out of 5, and as I thought about it over the night, it was one of those movies that the more I thought about it, I think the more that I really, really loved it. Like I really, really like it, and there's just something about it that's sticking with me. I've been thinking about it ever since we saw it last night. I think Gal Gadot is phenomenal. I think that just the story in general was really interesting. I love the whole fish out of water thing that they went for, and the humor. Oh my god! Finally,
it was funny. I know.
Finally,
well,
Jesus.
Not even just the humor. The movie had life to it. Like it actually had purpose and it had a soul to it. Like the DC universe was kind of dying because it was such a miserable like universe to be a part of. Like you're supposed to be excited for your universe, but then, like I feel like. Even for DC fans across the board, I think it's kind of like Wonder Woman. I hope it's good. Instead of with the Marvel movies, you kind of go, oh, Doctor Strange, that's a character, or Ant-Man especially, someone like Ant-Man or the Guardians of the Galaxy. You go, you know what? I really think Marvel can handle this. But DC, it doesn't matter if it's your biggest or smallest character. You just kind of go
because
they'll drop the ball.
Yeah, they haven't made the good one yet. So I think.
For me, I really did enjoy this film. I'm kind of the opposite with you, where. Last night when I was thinking about it, I kind of dropped it down just a little bit to a 3.5, but my initial reaction was a 4. I really did enjoy this film. I thought it was very solid. It had, like I said, a life to it, had a soul. Every character had purpose and meaning for their motivations and everything, instead of Batman and Superman who had no motivation.
Yeah, whatever.
Or interest in, I don't know what they were doing throughout that whole film, but everybody in this film is so fleshed out, and I think what I liked the most about this film, surprisingly, was that there was a great emotional attachment to
each character.
Yeah,
they really they felt like actual. I mean, I don't want to say like they felt like real people, but they felt relatable. There were actual character moments throughout the movie, like off the top of my head, like the boat scene where they're talking to each other in the boat. Great scene.
And it was a great scene. And when they're dancing and stuff, just
another great
the
scene.
chemistry, even the romance too was great, especially between. I think that's where the film is really strong between the characters, between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot. Which I'm surprised because Gal Gadot, let's face it, in Batman Superman, I didn't think she was very good at all, and I was kind of her character in the movie was good,
and she looked the part. In Batman, I was like, she could have it, but she didn't have anything to do in that movie, and I was like, I don't really know. I can see other people playing Wonder Woman after that. Yeah. Then after the movie last night, I couldn't tell you another person that I think
she's very charismatic.
She did very, very well. Good job.
Yeah, she did do very well. Acting across the board was really good.
Yep.
What do you want to start with, positives or negatives?
We can do positives first. Positives are fine.
Positives, okay, so I thought the characters were great. Like I said, the emotional aspect was really good. Acting, I thought, was great. The directing of the second half especially, just the second half, I'd say, is the strongest part of the film. Like, it's awesome. Like, if I had to watch the movie again, I would just watch the second half. We'll get into maybe the first and third act later, but for positives, just right now, the second half of this film with the World War II stuff is really good. And I know it's kind of similar to Captain America,
I was thinking
the first
that
Avenger,
too, yeah.
But I think this movie handled, I think it's
better. I think it's better. I really do think, and obviously I liked it a little more than you do. I definitely think that it's better than the first Avenger.
Movie-wise, I wouldn't say that because I think the first Avenger is more consistent all the way throughout the film, whereas I thought Wonder Woman kind of... I'll delve into that more during the negatives, but as a film as a whole, I think Captain America, the first Avenger, I'd put them right equal, but if I had to pick, I'd say Captain America just because of the whole film as a whole is a little more consistent. But I was really into it more in Wonder Woman just through the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was visually awesome. The action was really good. Just there was a lot of badass moments where you could tell the theater was really into it. Yeah.
The guys around me were clapping and everything.
Yeah.
And I know you won't get into it because it is in your negatives, but for me, the first half of the film, and I felt the same way as you, too, when I left. I was like, it kind of took a little bit to get going, but now that I've, like, thought about it, I really don't know if I don't think it's a problem. I think that I think that a slow first half is different, or a slow first, like, third is different than a bad first third, and I think that this movie is more slow in the first third of it, and I really felt that the character moments that it did have, and everything came full circle. Everything that was in the beginning, you can't, like, just say, oh, well, the beginning, like, it was slow, and I didn't like, and I understand if people didn't like it, but everything that was in the first half came full circle, it had meaning, and I think that when you see it all come full circle in the third half of the movie, then that really adds to the first half that some people might not have liked at the beginning.
It wasn't maybe necessarily the story-wise, even though I thought the first act was very exposition and
I feel like you needed it, though.
Yeah,
almost.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You can't really flack it for that. What
Yeah.
really bothered me about the first half was the directing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the first act directing was awful.
There is one shot that's really
bad.
bad.
Man. It was
really bad.
It was
it's
like,
unforgivable bad. Like, it's unforgivably terrible.
Okay, it's just such a. It's not even really a spoiler.
No,
it's the scene where it's young Diana. She's
Yeah.
jumping and she's like, it's literally the major green screen, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! It looks.
But it's a close up of her
ridiculous.
face,
Yeah.
and you could just tell it's
looked
really bad.
so
It's
bad.
really. I don't know
Yeah.
how that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who looked at that and said, you know what, that one.
What was the budget for this? I'm sure it was huge.
I was trying to think
And
about
that
because that
was-
for
someone
the
had to
budget
see
that it got, that is unforgivable.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
But I just, the slow motion in this film really killed me. They really tone it back in the second and third act, which I think that's why I enjoyed it more. But it felt like they were like, it almost felt like a Zack Snyder directed film in the first act.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it felt like someone was trying to replicate Zack Snyder, and thank God she left that behind, because there really isn't that much slow-mo in the second act. I'd say there's some.
I know in that first beach scene there's a lot. But
that's in the first act.
Yeah,
but like
and
in
in
the
the
second
very
act,
beginning,
there's like very,
Mhm.
very minimal. It's very.
I didn't
toned
mind
down.
it personally. I thought that it added
Oh, yeah.
to the
I
badassery of
couldn't
the
stand
film.
it.
I enjoyed it, but that was just me.
Yeah, but then the third act, and I was thinking about it last night. The visual effects in this film were really good, but when they were bad, they were really bad.
Yeah, there's
there
really
was a scene. Do you remember the scene where, in the end, where she's like really mad? I won't say why, but she's like, she sees a bunch of bad guys, I think a bunch of Nazis and stuff, and she starts running towards them, and like she looks like this, and she's hitting them and all that. That
reminded
really
me
bad.
of that Matrix fight in the second,
Yeah.
the balloon people. It really looked real. That was
Yeah, it
I
looked
thought
like
the
she was
same
running.
thing. That was weird.
It kind of reminded me of a scene of Man of Steel when there's the girl in it is she literally goes through a bunch of army men and like really boom boom boom, but it's not
Yeah.
like slow motion where she's like running like this or it looks really bad. She's just
Mm-hmm.
like boom boom boom, and it looked really, I thought it looked pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I guess the slow motion, back to that, I think for me, since we know her abilities and she's not really like a person, I think that the slow motion almost worked better because you could see it all like happening. And I feel like if you just did the fast motion, like when she kick somebody in the legs or something, like
I thought that was cool. The fast motion I thought was really cool.
I think that the slow motion though was a nice, I don't know, like a nice contrast to the fast motion.
Yeah, I don't know.
In my
Maybe
opinion,
if
I felt like it showcased her abilities, and you kind of like saw it all happening, and I felt like it just.
I think it worked better in the second half when it was toned back, but when they overused it, it was like slow
And I get that in
motion.
the beginning they probably did.
Oh,
overuse
they
it a
went
little
way
bit,
too far.
yeah.
It was like getting on my nerves. The sniper sequence, that's when they kind of like go fast motion a little bit. And that looked great. I thought
Yeah,
that was awesome.
mhm.
Just I don't think I can really compliment the second half of this film enough. Like I really
it's
thought
really
it was
good.
great.
It's really,
I
really
was
good.
so
From
invested
the
in it.
second that she gets
get
on the boat,
yeah.
and to the end is really, really good. I liked the first half personally, but from when they get on the boat and move on, you can tell that it picks up
Yeah,
and
it
starts
really
going,
does
and
pick
they
up.
start firing on all cylinders. Where the first half
Yeah.
may have been a little slower, the second half they knew exactly what they wanted to do and they just ran with it.
Yeah, the third act, I think what disappointed me the most was like the reveal of who the villain was. Now we're not going to say, but it was kind of just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a, oh damn, it was more like a, oh, okay, that's who it is.
Yeah, and no
It-
spoilers. I didn't enjoy the reveal of the villain. I enjoyed the reveal of her character, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that aspect
I
of
know
it
what you're
more
talking
than I
about.
did the actual.
I saw that coming though.
I did not.
Really? I
no,
kind of
wasn't,
figured.
Because I don't know.
Because it was like, don't she could never find out who she is. Like they're kind of
That's
hinting
true.
at that.
That's
They're
true.
like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the.
And I
kind of
figured that's what was gonna happen. But and another thing about about the third act was when I don't know what it is, but like. Why is love the answer to everything? Like you can have it be the answer without expressly like saying it's like Interstellar where he's like it's love, Murph, it's love, and then she's like, the key to all of it is love, and then she just blows. Yeah, it's like you don't have to say.
They don't
like,
have to say it.
Yeah,
you
like
can
it's
you can
make
show it
subtle.
without saying it.
Yeah, just be like. I don't have to be who you want me to be or something like that. I don't know. That can be easily sent across without expressly saying it. And when she's just like, oh my god, okay, we'll just go down there. Love is the answer to everything, I guess. When you're like in a writer's
when you're
block,
making a movie,
yeah, and just
you know
type
what? I think that love. That
love
actually
is the answer. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, she was like 15 minutes ago. She was like, "Fuck everybody."
Yeah, that was. She was really kind of all, and I understand that. Though,
oh yeah, yeah. There was like, then she was like, "Now I love everybody," but it's interesting because I feel like all those DC fans who hated the Rotten Tomatoes bar are now going to use this.
Yeah, it's
big time.
Well,
92%. Okay, but like you have to keep in mind, Rotten Tomatoes isn't like 9.
Just because you gave it fresh doesn't mean that you loved the movie.
And Rotten Tomatoes isn't 9.2 out of 10. It's 92% of the critics who saw the film liked it, which I mean, it's fair. I'd say it's definitely a film that people.
It's not going to be a film
that
you leave and you're going to. Oh well, I hated that.
Like,
I understand that but just because
trust
you
me,
gave
I would be on that.
Yeah, well, just because you gave it the fresh score doesn't mean that it's like the greatest comment. You don't rate Rotten Tomatoes scores. That's not a thing.
It's kind of the same as Get Out. Get Out is not a perfect film. It's the same I see. 99, but it's a really solid film, kind of like Wonder Woman is, and that's why I think that they have such strong reviews. Because I think a vast majority of the people that see this movie will like it, the same as like Get Out.
Yeah.
So so I don't spam this film, and I hate when things get overrated. Do not make me hate this movie, please. It's a very solid film. It is nothing more than that, really. But across the board, I say it's deserving of a 92%.
I'd say aside from my only negatives would be aside from like some technical aspects that that shouldn't have happened. Yeah. But the only other negatives I would have is maybe just the villains. I didn't really care for. I don't know. Like you said, the reveal and the other. I just whatever.
I kind of figured because the person who plays that character was kind of like, there's no way they're gonna let that actor be in a small role. Like,
Yeah, I understand.
Unless it was like, but
whatever. Unless they really did want to just.
Unless they were just like, I just want to be in Wonder Woman.
Actually, yeah, whatever. But I mean, aside from that, I really did enjoy everything about this movie.
Oh yeah, it's very enjoyable.
I definitely just the whole aspect. I can't stress it enough. This film is actually funny, and I love that it's actually. I feel like in a film like Suicide Squad or one of the other films, they didn't know how to make it funny, and so they just said Will Smith, like, say something funny.
Yeah.
In this film, it was more of a situational. They weren't trying to be funny, but it's more like the situation made what was happening.
In Suicide Squad, when you were laughing, it's kind of like a nervous laugh.
Yeah, but in this, I feel like the laughs they were earned. They were very earned.
You have to keep in mind. I feel like a lot of people are going to give this movie a flack because I guess some people can consider that they're trying to replicate the Marvel kind of tone. But you could have a mature film and be fun.
Yeah, we've seen it before.
Mature themes.
Yeah, it's happened before.
Yeah, exactly. You can have mature themes and still take yourself seriously. You don't have to be a total goofball fest. I mean, just like. Not necessarily you can't be dark, but just don't make it miserable like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, where everything
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
just it's a comic book movie. They're meant to be
enjoyed.
It's
a comic book.
Yeah, I mean,
like jeez.
And Batman vs Superman, way too miserable. I know. I hate that fucking film so much. I hate it. I just can't get over
it's not very good.
How much I hate that movie. It's such a it literally is a miserable film. And with Wonder Woman, they turned it around big time. I mean, just a total enjoyable film.
Oh yeah.
So that's really all I have to say about that movie.
Yep, I'm about done as well.
Yeah, I totally recommend it. Totally
definitely, yes, IMAX. Definitely see it. Very great.
IMAX film.
Yep.
If there's no 3D, I'd go.
Then you're in even better shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
3D, man, it's getting bad. Worse.
Yep. Don't.
All right, so thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe. That'd be nice. Thanks for watching.